to go run around trying to find out who they are.
No, to try to figure out what they were.
Well, right, what they were.
What the hell was I? What did I used to be? Well, you used to be a robot, and now you've forgotten how to be a robot, and you're worried about that? Enjoy the amnesty, or not amnesty,
amnesia.
Amnesia while you have it.
So what's the great benefit or joy of living outside of time? Is it just having no memory of...
Why don't you ask a question and then stop?
Okay. What are the benefits of living outside time?
You don't repeat your life over and over and over and over every second of the day.
What do you mean repeat?
Repeat, 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 living your life from your memory.
When
you live your life from creation, from new, then every instance of your life is new.
How do you know it's new?
You don't. You live it from the new. If you know it's new, then that's already thinking about it being new.
So what you're saying is living without any thinking, thought going on.
Now I'm saying living without thought controlling your living.
A living without thought controlling.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you live without thought. Yeah, you can't. As far as I can see, you can't live without thought. You can, however, live without thought controlling.
What about this steady stream of thought that just goes on?
That's the robot. That's the thought control. That's why I say thinking is thinking us. When you live outside of time, thinking does not think you. As a matter of fact, you create your own being, create your own way of being. Then all the stuff they talk about does not necessarily apply to you.
All of what stuff?
The stuff when they talk about oneness and beingness and all of those kinds of things.
Why doesn't it apply to you?
Because you are it.
You are it.
You already are the oneness about which they are speaking. You live your life in that manner. Do you see the distinction between living your life? I live my life in such a way that I see that I'm a rapist, a murderer, a killer, a child molester, a wife beater, as whatever there is on this planet, whatever's being done by another on this planet is being done by me.
How can you say that? I mean, what
by moving my lips and saying,
what causes you to say that?
Because I'm all of it.
You're the whole of
I'm the whole thing, all of it.
You're the whole
the
planet.
Universe, the entire universe.
You're the whole universe.
So, if it's happening and if it's being done on this planet, then I'm doing it. A part of it. I am a part of that overall happening.
Simply by living
now
on the planet.
Look what that does, if you will, just for a moment. Let's suppose that all of us, in a sudden realization, realized that was true, that any action being taken by another human being is an action being taken by us. How quickly would we cut down the other person? How quickly would we throw them into jail for doing what they do? How quickly would we make one person way up here and another person way down here? How quickly would we stop doing that?
If each one of us realized we were that person.
Yeah, if you see the action on the news, somebody says two 4-year-old or whatever they are, children raped and killed by George Schmo, rather than looking down your nose and calling him a punk and like that what's that fellow's name on America's Most Wanted? John Walsh. He calls them punks and he calls them all kinds of names. He doesn't realize that the people he's chasing are himself as well.
Because he's part of...
He's part of it, and he's the one that allows it.
He's part of this species.
He's part of the action that allows that kind of action.
So, like, is it anything like there's a mound of fire ants out there? Let's say the species fire ants. And one fire ant watches all the other stings. He steps back and says, I'm not a stinger.
Well, maybe, yeah. And he condemns the whole pile for
And he
stinging.
condemns the rest of the stingers, but yet he is
He's got the stinger too.
He's a stinging ant.
But
he is within that
He
species.
doesn't come up and sting, and he watches the neighbor sting or his
So what is it that makes him part of those? Simply because he's born of that?
I don't know. I mean, it's a strange question. But the ant that is watching the millions of ants sting, and it's got the stinger too, doesn't it? Because it was born of the same strain. So it's sitting there with its stinger, with its ability to sting and probably the propensity to sting. But it just doesn't do it, according to you, at least. So, by virtue of it not doing the stinging, what can it do about the ones who are stinging?
It can point how not to sting?
It can condemn them for stinging.
Oh, it condemns them for speaking.
But you look over at him and he's got a stinger, but he's just not stinging. So he's thinking he's better than the ones who are doing the stinging. That's how we are the person who allows the world to be here, where criminals, where murderers, where child molesters, where Hitlers, where bombs away Bushes can thrive, and we then condemn them. But whose mistake is it?
Everybody's.
Everybody's. It's our mistake, it's their mistake, it's all of our mistakes.
I still can't get the feeling.
But look at the pure power of it, Marilyn. If the world discovers that they're the one molesting that child,
nobody would say that. Nobody would say, I'm a child molester,
but they are.
I am a murderer.
But they are. They're the ones who allow this world that allows child molestation.
How are they allowing
They
it?
are the ones who allow this world to be in such a way that there is child molestation.
Because
they've been trained and conditioned that that's the way it is. What is. These idiots run around yelling, what is.
And what do you say?
I say that I'm the one allowing that to happen. I am the child molester, and I'm the one allowing it to happen both.
What do you do to eliminate that?
In a world
from
that
happening?
actually sees that, they go to the child molester. And they talk with the child molester. And they fix it there. They have some mannerism of communication that doesn't include looking down at, look here, you sniving little rat. You're going to prison, you're going to insane asylum, or you're going to be killed. You see? That's how we treat our criminals.
Because we don't
They're
like
below
the
us.
action.
Because we don't like their action.
Their actions.
And we're the same.
But we don't run around murdering and killing.
We allow the world to be a world that allows that
How
to
do
be.
we stop the world from being...
Transform ourselves. Tell the truth about it. I'm telling the truth about the manner, the way that we are. What I'm speaking is the truth.
So what you're saying is we're all living in a state of denial.
Exactly.
Well, they do that, but I don't.
Yeah, we've created a world
of separation.
In which, well, not necessarily. We've created a world where killings and bombs and wars and murders and child molestations and female wife beating and all of those things can happen. We've created a world for that. And we allow the world to be that way. And then we go around individually blaming the people who are doing it.
Right. If I go out and protest against war, you're saying I'm the same...
You're the same as the people shooting the bullets. And I almost laugh when I see movies that depict the guy in the war hero. He kills 15 people. Bam, 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 bam. Kills 15 people. You'll notice they call them gooks or Japs or some other thing besides people. He kills 15 people and he comes home and says to his wife, I love you. You see, those two things cannot live together. It's a fantasy that he loves his child, or he loves his wife, I mean. Or
He's living in language.
He's living in the complete
illusion.
Illusion.